His ear tuned into the familiar sound of rushing water, and he looked up to find himself at the bridge. Looking around, he found himself all alone. There weren't even any cars driving by or across. This was just the thing he needed. Peace for himself. He walked silently onto the walkway and peered over the gate to see the darkened and unrestful water, lit only by the small golden lamps on each measured point of the railing. Once he reached the familiar other side, he became confused when he didn't find any cat food anywhere. He knew he didn't have time to dispose of the can himself, and so he ended up looking out into the expanse of dark water below. Maybe someone ended up kicking the can into the water sometime earlier. He felt even more bad now. He sighed and slumped against the railing, opting to just stare at the water in a trance to just ebb the night away until he decided to return to the lion's den. "You thought you could hide from me, Venison? I took you to be smarter than this." A strangely cold young boy's voice spoke from behind him. He turned quickly and found what seemed like a pale young boy in white standing behind the barrier between the sidewalk and the street. The boy had stark white hair, and his dark eyes glinted in the light with a dangerous emotion. But he also had an unsettling blank expression, as though he didn't have any emotions at all, but just as prominently exuded an energy of unrelenting hate. Yet, with all the instincts inside him screaming at him to run away from this kid, he suppressed them and took in the disheveled appearance he had, and the urge to help him overpower all other things in his dark state of mind. "Hey, you're on the wrong side of the gate! What are you thinking? Do you want to get run over?" He spurred forward quickly and grabbed the top of the gate, outstretching his hand to the boy. But he instead recoiled at the action and backed further into the road. Even if he was following his inner moral compass, he heeded his gut and remained behind the fencing, not daring to follow him into the road. "What's your name? Where are your parents?" Maybe they were close by and he didn't have to deal with him for too long. But the kid didn't answer his question, retaining his quite disdained expression as he continued his monologue. "All that you have done to infringe upon my sisters and my connection for your ineffective syndicate. I've given you fair warning to stay away, but your persistence has grown tiring now. I shall be rid of you at once." Brandon paused, slowly drawing his outstretched hand back to his side as the kid spoke. This was not... No normal kid would ever speak like this. So intelligently and very threatening. This was... He didn't know. The only thing that was on his mind right then was to get as far away from the kid as possible. He turned and began to quickly sprint down the walkway at his left, but as he turned his eyes away from that boy, for just a millisecond, he appeared in his way instantly. Brandon recoiled in terror, not believing what he just witnessed. He couldn't fathom how the boy appeared from one place to another in an instant. He thought, with slight desperation and skepticism, that was some kind of joke, pulled by clever and creatively inclined kids, but upon a quick inspection he found himself completely alone.